Hey there, we're here at Gessner Restaurant at the Grand Hyatt Vail. Joining me today, I have Chef Kyle, and we're making something fun that can be found on the appetizer menu and pretty approachable.
Yes. Today we'll be making a Brie and Croute. We'll be using Haystack Mountains cashmere. It's a double whipped Brie.
Ooh.
We'll be using a fig jam and some candied pecans.
Wow, so do you make the fig jam in-house?
Yes.
Incredible.
Yep.
What's that process like?
So in the fall we bring in a bunch of fresh figs and basically just do a big batch in one of our kettles, and then we jar it up and save it for the season.
Amazing, I love it. All right, so first step. How do we do this?
So you're going to want to purchase some puff pastry, which is a laminate dough, which is just a dough that has a lot of butter in it that will just make it nice and flaky. So you want a little bit of flour on your board or your cooking surface, just to make sure it doesn't stick, not too much, and then rub a little more on top. With a simple rolling pin, or if you don't have one at home, a wine bottle will make do. We're just going to slightly roll to kind of stretch it out and make it a little thin so it doesn't turn out too doughy.
Okay, so almost like the size of a piece of paper.
Yep. Exactly.
Perfect.
Now, Brie can come in all different sizes, and if you have a wedge, so a triangle shape, that's perfectly fine as well. But you can kind of just measure it out with what you're using, and you'll want to trim a little bit of the dough just to make sure when you fold it over, it doesn't become too doughy. Very easy to cut. It's almost like a Play-Doh texture. So we'll just come around and kind of make it a circle. Make sure there's not too much excess dough. Now once we have the shape of the dough we want, we can take our jam. You can really kind of lay it on pretty thick. And just try to cover all the edges. And for the candied pecans, I'll go ahead and put those on the dough just so when I flip it over, because you want your presentation side to be flat.
Gotcha. This is why we have the chef around. Teaches these tricks.
And then we can just lay that down right in there. Next for the egg wash. So I'll do one little light coating around the edges.
And this is just one egg scrambled?
So yeah, this is egg, and I like to mix a little bit of water in there, just maybe like a teaspoon of water just to make it a little more easy to spread around. And then we'll just start to fold it over. Smooth out the edges a little bit.
Oh my gosh, amazing. I've definitely seen these in the stores, but it's so cool to see it in person.
And then
all
we
wrapped
want to
up.
do a little more egg wash on the outside too. And this is going to help it get a little more flaky, help it get crispy, and also give it that nice, like, professional looking sheen that will impress your guests at home. And then you'll just want to transfer over to your cooking sheet. And this is something you can actually do ahead of time, not too far ahead of time, but an hour or two before your guests arrive, you can go ahead and get it to this state. That way, when they arrive, all you're doing is baking.
Okay, and how long do we bake it for?
So we're gonna go 325 for about 25 minutes.
Okay, well, we'll be right back.
All right. And this is what
Voila.
it should look like when it comes out of the oven, nice and golden brown.
Okay, so how would you design this plate?
So generally what I'll do is I like to leave the nice row of the crackers. And then a little trick with the berries is always go with your strawberries and blackberries first, because the blueberries tend to want to roll everywhere.
I feel like the fruit will really offset that salty cheese.
Yes,
taste.
exactly. Same with the compote, the candied pecans. All that, there we go. All right.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at that. This is perfect inspiration because you can do this at home.
Yes,
which
very
is really,
easy.
Yeah.
Everything you can find here, you can find in the store. And like I said, you can do whatever berries you want, any type of jam you want. If you want something more savory, it works with savory jams as well. Yep.
You have a great team here, and you guys are open 7 days a week?
Yes, we are. 7 days a week from 5 to 9:30.
It's incredible. And the views, you're right on Gore Creek, so perfect for a date night or even a bigger party size, family size.
Yes, of course. Very
Awesome.
family friendly, have kids food and everything.
Well, hopefully this inspired you to make some at home or just come on into the restaurant and have Chef Kyle make it himself. Well, let's dig in.
Let's try it.
I know you don't always get to try the food you make. So, a particular way to cut?
Just right in there. No
They go
good way.
right in.